Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of Muchatlu. Today we are going to discuss how to organize a music event in the year 2024. So in the year 2023, I did a couple of electronic music events here in Hyderabad, and everything that I'm going to share now is like all the information that I've gathered from personal experience. Before we move into the entire explanation part of it, let me just give a brief introduction about myself. My name is Spin16 and I'm a songwriter in Telugu, Hindi, and sometimes also in English. I also sing, I rap, and to keep my finances and everything afloat, I do some branding and marketing here in Hyderabad. I work with some brands like Boat Hero and also IFP, and I was born in Vizag, but now I currently reside in Hyderabad. So let's not waste any time. Let's directly move into the explanation part of it. So to organize an event in 2024, the first thing that you have to determine is what is the type of event, right? So is it going to be an electronic event where some X number of DJs are going to perform? Is it going to be an acoustic event where musicians and singers are going to perform? Or is it just going to be a listening session, something that is very new in Hyderabad, and these listening sessions people are doing actually pretty well. One of it happened at Last House Coffee a couple of weeks ago. And once you have determined what kind of event are you going to do, personally we did electronic music event. And the second thing is, after you determine this, is the date. When do you want to do it? Ideally, let's say today is January 1st. You would want to have 25 to 30 days from the start of prep to the event day. So if I start my preparation today, let's say today is January 1st. So ideally, I would like to do my event in the first week of February. That will give me enough time to do all the things around the event, plan it, execute it, and also market it properly, right? What do you need this 25 to 30 days time is something that I'm going to explain now. So coming to the performance, the show. Ours is electronic. So the first thing to determine is how many artists are going to perform, right? That is the number of artists. Second is the play time. Who is going to play for how much time? Ideally, the show somewhere starts around 9 p.m. and ends at 12 p.m. Those are the standard show timings in Hyderabad. On Friday and Saturday, the show goes up to 12:30. The closing time is pushed by 30 minutes on Friday and Saturday. Artist pay has to be decided before the event only. How much are you going to pay the artist for the particular performance, and also when will you pay? Like, is it before the event are you going to pay the artist, and after the event are you going to pay the artist? All these things have to be discussed beforehand. The last thing is, of course, you need a content team, because without marketing in place, I don't think so many people would be interested to come into the event. You have to let the word out there in the market. So have a nice content team, which is someone who can write content for you, someone who can shoot photographs and videos for you. In our case, Kushal Raj is the guy who did the content for us. Number of artists was pretty easy for me. I'm from artist background. I write songs and all. I had so many friends. So I asked around, I found some DJs, and I went ahead with the show. So if you don't have any artists in your friends network, what you can do is you can go to Instagram and start searching for artists. That's my profile. Some of my friends have put these images for reference. You can always see here that what is the category of that particular artist on Instagram. Go through Instagram, stalk them a little bit. If you like them work, drop them a DM or drop them a mail and ask them to perform in your show. It's going to be that easy. The next thing, and one of the most important part of it, what is the name of the event, right? To determine this, you can use ChatGPT or any AI tool of your choice. For example, I use ChatGPT and I ran a small experiment, and these are the names that I got through ChatGPT. Now, you might go with them directly, or you can also customize them. In my case, for example, look at point number 31, which is Groove Gala, and look at point number 42, which is Glitch Gathering. So I combined both of these and came up with the name Glitch and Groove Electronic Music Fest. So a designer from my content team designed this logo, and we thought, okay, this is the perfect logo, and we'll go ahead with this. One more, this G&G or anything like this really works. Beats and Banter in Hyderabad is one more name, which is really nice, which is one I personally like. So your name has to be catchy, and if it's catchy, there's more chance that people would be remembering that very easily. So You have a name, you have the number of artists. Ideally, now I feel if it's an electronic event, the number of artists can be two or three, not more than that. And you have decided these artists are going to play and how much time are they going to play. Now, the next step is you need to create a pitch deck for this. You can use Canva or you can use a normal PowerPoint presentation. Make sure the design is very minimal. Put all the details that we discussed in it inside it. This pitch deck is what you'll be taking to the venue to show to the venue owner, because you need a venue to do your entire event. Now, which venue are you going to decide? You can take this decision either by searching the venues on Google or also Instagram. These days, every venue in Hyderabad, almost all of them have an Instagram page. Now, cutting the deal is the super important part. Once you take this pitch deck to the venue owner, this is the most important part. Now, so many lack clarity on this third part where you cut a deal and how to cut a deal and what can be your sales pitch and all that. I'll give you a little bit idea of what are the types of deals that are available and what works and what does not work. First thing is gate sales. Gate sales is very simple. You put a ticket as an entry for your event and people pay and they enter. In Hyderabad, only in Hyderabad, out of personal experience, I can speak that gate sales don't really work here in Hyderabad. People are not really okay to pay for a certain kind of an event if the artist is not big or if the artist is not really well known. And well known artists charge a ton of money to perform. So the finances don't really work out there. So personally, I feel gate sales don't work. The second one is bar sales, where you do the event, people come to your event, they drink, they eat. There is a certain amount of sale that happened at the venue and on that particular day. You get a percentage of that, whatever sale happened. Let's say you 10% and you have done 50,000 sales on that particular day. You get 10% of 50,000 as the fee for your event. You don't really, what I felt is venue owners are not really inclining towards this option of giving a percentage of their bar sale to a particular event person. The third one is venue pay. So this is the option I think which works best in Hyderabad as of now, where you curate the entire event, you take it to the venue owner and say, hey, these are the number of artists that I'm getting for you. This is the kind of vibe that I'm trying to create. Why don't you pay me? Usually venue owners say, no, we'll just give you the venue and we cannot pay you. In 2024, if some venue doesn't pay you, then don't play there. Don't play if they don't pay, as simple as that. Usually what happens is there are cover bands that are playing and venues are more than happy to pay them directly for the 3-hour performance that they're trying to do at the venue. They have nothing to do with bar sales, they have nothing to do with gate sales. So I feel if there is a similar business model that is working for covers, it should also work for the events side of thing. So as an event manager, go to the venue owner, tell them that this is the kind of event we are trying to do at your venue and ask them to pay you beforehand. 50% beforehand, 50% after the event, whatever works for you. So in types of deals, I would say don't go for gate sales or bar sales. Let the venue owner pay you and take the money and do the event. Going forward, two very important aspects I feel these are game changing. One is sound and one is lights. I'll give you a basic idea of what I did for the electronic events that we did. So for the sound, we had a DJ console and usually the venue provides this console. Every venue has one DJ console. If they don't have, push the venue owner to get one. Kuch bhi karke, whatever he or she does. Digital mixer, we took it for rent. Not every venue has that. One very important aspect is having a live mixing engineer, right? For lights, we had LED strobes, RGB LED powers. They are lights which can set up the mood really well. Smoke machines to set up the vibe really well, and lasers. You need to talk to your photographer before saying yes to lasers, because when you place these lasers at a certain place, they can affect your camera lenses. So talk to your photographer from the content team that I talked about earlier and see if he or she is okay with having lasers at the show. Once these are done, once sound and lighting is sorted, you can get a lot of dealers in the market who can figure out sound and light for you. If you don't, just drop a comment under this video and I'll be happy to share some details of different vendors here in Hyderabad. The thing is F&B for artists, for the artists, and also F&B for crew. If you have a crew, make sure the entire team is a very lean team. You have like not more than 4 to 5 people in your team that can handle it really well. For the artists, we did 2 drinks, a starter and a main course, and I think for the crew, we did 1 drink, starter and main course. There might be some demand from the artist side, where the amount of F&B that the artist demands for is a little bit out of reality. You have to take care of those instances. Talk to the venue owner, talk to the artist beforehand. Make sure that this is the F&B that is locked and loaded. Put all of these in an email. Try to have all the conversation in email. So there is like a repository of what is all the conversation that has happened between you and the venue owner. Coming to the outdoor branding thing of it. Now, everything is right. You have got the artist, you have got a venue. Now, you need people, right? The third and most important stakeholder is what I feel. To call people onto your particular event, you need to create some kind of what is a short machana in English, gola cheyadam in Telugu. So you need to create some kind of noise around your event. So what we did is I had some standees, we did gate sales, and that's how I understood gate sales might not work really well here in Hyderabad. So we did standees, we had tickets, we did stickers, and we did wristbands. These are the designs that we had. And all these installations ideally should be made at the venue, let's say a week before your event date. All right. You can have a theme. As you can see, we had a theme for it. The instruments that you can see, the guitar and all of these, my designer specifically designed them for Glitch and Groove. So we had a theme, we hired a designer, or you can also DIY using Canva, right? All the print you can print via Printo. There is a site called printo.com. You can directly upload your design and get your prints, or you can go to any local printing vendor and they would be more than happy to give you they'll do a pretty decent job. That's for the outdoor branding. And a little bit of, once you get all these, the banners and standees, once you get them installed at the venue. This was our first venue. This is Over the Moon Gachibowli here in Hyderabad. So we put our standees, we put our banners and all that like a week before our event started, so that when people come to the venue and they'll see, oh, there's a nice event that's going to happen a week after. So there's a chance that they might show up, right? That's towards the offline branding thing. Online branding is one more thing that is super important, because let me not speak a lot on this fact that people spend a lot of time on their phones, right? We all do. So you need a nice social media campaign. You need a campaign where you showcase the venue, how good the venue is, showcase how good the artist is, and you do a fun activity with artists. These are the things we did for our thing. As you can see, we showcased all the artists who are performing. Faces sell really well. Try to put the face of the artist there, do a photo shoot with them, get them to talk, get them to speak about what they feel about the event and how excited are they to perform in your particular event. That's what we did. We filled up our social media, have a little bit of social media budget, let's say 5,000 rupees or something, and run some ads. This is some of the promotion aspect of it that we did. We got a lot of our logo stickers. We cut them, I put them in different places and took photos of them. You can put all of them in reel templates and then create reels that you can market again, right? Promotions for any event are like super important. Have a countdown, 4 days to go, 3 days to go. Try to create some FOMO, which is fear of missing out and all that. One more really important part of event discovery. However, whatever the type of event it is, right? You have to put it on a third party platform. Even if you're not selling any tickets, it's ideal that you put it on a third party platform and you just mention that the event is free, right? Third party websites are like All Events or Book My Show, and there are a hell lot of options on the internet. You can go ahead and do some research on this part. So as you can see, this was how we put up our event, Glitch and Groove Electronic Music Fest. This is the volume 2. We did that at Brewster's Kitchen Garden. As I already said, we had gate sales. Our ticket started at $6.99. We did it on September 15th of 2023. Guest list, the last thing. You can call your close friends and family, add them to the guest list. A couple of, maybe a friend or two of all the artists that are performing, add them to the guest list. 10 people in a guest list is an ideal number. not more than that ideally. Yeah. Most important point, you need to have fun at your event, right? At the end of the day, after all the planning is done, when all the people are there, they are there to have a nice time. So once the event has started, don't have to worry about a lot of things. Try to have a good time at the event. That's mostly how you organize the event here in Hyderabad. For the viewers, this is an extra thing that I have. So we shot a music video with Boat, which is called Nidra Egire. It is a Telugu rap song. So go ahead and check it out on YouTube. That's all about how to organize a music event in 2024. If you like the video, do share it with a friend who always wanted to become an event manager but didn't know where to start. And you should, so this part, whatever I explained right now, is more towards the planning side of it, but nothing towards the financing part of it. So that's a very different ball game. So if anyone who is interested to do an event, if they understood this and they found this helpful in some way, drop a comment and let me know if you're interested in a video which talks about the finances behind everything that I've talked about. So I've maintained specific sheets, Google Sheets for it, and I've maintained a specific order where I did everything in a very planned way. So I'll be more than happy to open source all that. So if you like the video, comment below and I'll drop a video that talks about the financing part of it. That's it for today. This has been 16 and we have talked about how to organize a music video in 2024. Have fun. Bye.